What's up YouTube? And as you can already tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm able to spend less than $200 on groceries. And I say less than $200 because I typically only budget $100 every 2 weeks, and typically I usually only spend less than $75, sometimes even $50, $60 when I'm buying groceries. And I only budget $100 because you never know, like sometimes you run out of things, or maybe you want to try something new for a week. You at least have that there so you can cover anything extra that you may decide to pick up. And just a quick disclaimer about this video, it is not going to be for everyone, especially if you're someone who's cooking for not only yourself but you're cooking for someone else. You're probably gonna have to spend a little bit more. You're probably gonna have to spend that exact $200. Or if you're someone who does not like to eat the same thing for like lunch every day, then this video is definitely not gonna be for you. I'm the type of person, if I'm cooking something good and it tastes really good, I don't mind eating it at least for one meal every day of the week, or at least 5 times out of the week. Sometimes I'll add like a little extra something to it to switch it up. But other than that, it's like typically the same exact thing. And then I'll switch up my dinner or my lunch and I'll have like good snacks in between. The key is to have good snacks in between these meals, like something to look forward to. If I'm looking forward to my lunch or my dinner, I don't mind eating the same thing every day because I know it tastes good and I know I'm gonna like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head into the grocery store. I'm gonna try to get some clips here and there of stuff that I pick up. I have clips from a previous grocery store visit, so I'll also be adding those in there as well, but I'll be trying to get some clips here as well. So I tried to vlog in Target and it felt weird. I got a few clips, so I'm showing those clips in this video. I was able to spend around $43. So the food that I bought today should last me, I'm not gonna be cooking it today, but I'll be cooking it next week. The food that I'm cooking this week, I had already had some chicken in the fridge and I already had some potatoes, so I was just gonna use those versus me buying something new. So like I said, I spent around $43, and it would have been less if because I also bought a body wash, the Dove body wash, for I think it's $10, so it probably would have been around 30 something dollars, 33. So I bought some snacks as well, and I always make sure to buy snacks that I know I'm gonna eat for sure. But yeah, so if I added another $30, maybe even 20, I would have been able to get another meal, and then that would be basically 2 weeks worth of groceries for me. So I'm gonna explain more when I get home and do like a sit down video and just basically close it up and explain how I'm able to spend only the $200 for the 2 weeks, and give you guys some tips on how you should be grocery shopping. And we're back. So I figured this is like the perfect day to make this video because it's Valentine's Day. Why not help my single peeps save as much money as they can, since we're not wasting it on, other people? So there's about 3 or 4 tips, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. So the first tip is you want to make sure that you're thinking about the things that you like, the food that you like, before you even step foot into the grocery store. So think about the things that you know you're actually going to eat. Get into your head, what is it that I like? What is it I know I'm going to eat? The second thing you want to do, and I feel like this one is very much stated a lot, make sure that you're making a list before you go to the grocery store. It is very important to make that list and to stick to that list. I like Target's app because Target, they have where you can make your list in the app, and then as you're going, you can just like cross it off and say, okay, I got this, I got this, I got this. You make that list. I usually make the list in my notes app, and I just put like the little bullet thing next to it so that I can put a check mark in it once I grab that item. Make a list, stick to that list as much as you can. Tip number 3 is do not walk up and down the aisles. If you know where the item on your list is, go straight to that aisle. When you start walking up and down aisles, then you start shopping with your eyes and you start picking things up that you definitely do not need, and you think, oh well, I mean, I could eat this, I could eat that, but don't do it. Just have an idea before you go to the grocery store, what is it that you actually want already, and pick up only those items. What should be on your list? So on your list, you want to have at least 2 meats, 2 to 3 meats. I always have chicken. That's a must because you can do so many things with chicken. I'll either go with beef or pork. I may pick up ground turkey, ground beef, like a piece of steak, a piece of pork chop, or I'll pick up shrimp if it's on sale because shrimp can be very expensive. So if it is on sale, then I'll pick it up. I'll just find a recipe that I can make shrimp with. So 2 meats. You also want to pick up at least 2 carbs. I usually go with those little I think they call them golden potatoes or golden yellow potatoes or red potatoes, like the really small ones. And I'll buy those, and if you cut them up, you cut them into 4s. That lasts me typically about a week meal. So I'll buy the potatoes. Rice is a must for me, so I'll either get jasmine rice or I'll get like this, I think it's like a Chinese, I don't know if it's Chinese or Korean, but it's a sticky rice that they usually use to make sushi. Or I'll get some pasta. So I'll either get like a shell pasta, I'll get penne, or I'll get spaghetti pasta. And then you want to make sure that you're picking up vegetables. I typically go with a chopped salad like in the bag. I'll always pick that up if I'm feeling for it. Maybe I'll pick up some broccoli if I'm trying to be healthy, but I'm not always a broccoli fan. I may pick up some carrots, and that's usually it for the veggies, or I'll pick up corn, like corn on a cob or something. And I would get the frozen one because you don't want to just have it sitting in your refrigerator and it ends up spoiling because it can't spoil. So if you're gonna get corn, if you have the option, get the vegetables that are frozen or the ones in the can, because you know those are gonna last you a while. If you're not ready to use it for this meal, then you can have it for another meal, maybe a couple weeks later. So I always get breakfast items. I'll either get like a snack bar. I always get yogurt. I always get 2 packs of yogurt, 2 4-packs of yogurt. I always get like, I get bread, but I don't get it every single time I go shopping. Like I get a thing of bread and that will last me at least a month, sometimes 2 months. And I always leave it in the refrigerator because when you leave your food in the refrigerator, like bread in the refrigerator, it lasts you a lot longer than if you leave it out in the pantry. So bread, and I usually eat the bread with breakfast. Like I'll make egg. Again, you can pick up eggs, turkey bacon, and again, this isn't something that I buy every single 2 weeks. It's something that I may buy once a month or once every other month. And try not to let it last that long though, because it can spoil. But I think that's a pretty good like basic list, and you can add on just things that you like. Oh, I also get tuna. I like tuna. I usually get some sort of crackers that I can eat this tuna with. I usually get some cube cheese that I can eat with my crackers as well if I don't want tuna. I get hummus. Like I said, you want to have, like, I can eat my crackers with tuna, I can eat my crackers with hummus, I can eat my crackers with cheese. Like, you want options like that, the one staple product, and then you work everything else around it. So along with these staple products, make sure that you're picking up something that is like a pleasure treat to you, something that you look forward to eating, basically. I forgot to mention this earlier, but when you're thinking about the things that you really like to eat, I would try to look up some recipes that incorporate those things and then pick from the recipe, and maybe you want to make that for a weekly meal, and then you just pick up those things specifically that are on the recipe, and that should definitely be less than $30 for that one meal. As you're getting started with this, you want to make sure the first budget of $100, I would use all of that and just pick up not only things for a specific meals, but pick up snacks that are gonna last you a while. Pick up non-perishable things. I would pick up some frozen things and some extra snacks for that first time. Then you can just like play around with what you like and what you don't like, so that the next time you go to the grocery store, you know exactly what to get, exactly what not to get. Another tip that I'm going to add is make sure that you're only going to the grocery store that one time. Do not constantly go back and forth. Whatever you need, make sure it's on your grocery list. You go to the grocery store that one time, pick up all the items that you need, and that's it. If you guys like this video and you liked the tips, please make sure to comment down below whether or not you're gonna try this technique out, see how much money you can save. And make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe just so that you know when I post again. I'll see you guys in the next one.